What is up, everyone? Today we're going to go through all of the GitHub issues on WeWrite, and we're also going to be showing some of the Figma designs when relevant. We can start at the very end, the oldest one, add metadata to each page. Below each page currently is nothing, so we're just going to add a metadata section down below. It'll have date, location, backlinks, number of financial supporters. This is an old video, so here's the more recent Figma design. I don't even know if collapsibility is really necessary, so we don't really have to build that. New homepage. This work has actually been started in the TQA branch. New style for the pills and new kind of layout. Pages are up top, groups. Actually, in the current homepage, we've removed groups because groups won't make sense until the logic is built. Pop a "your work will be lost" modal if someone tries to leave an unsaved page. Easy enough. I've lost quite a bit of work trying to leave a page. Like, I'll refresh or I'll go back or whatever. So this would be probably pretty easy. We could just use the default browser pop-up. Instantiate a new page inline from the insert page dropdown. So the insert page dropdown, let's see if this Figma link is up to date. So right here is the most recent design. And you'll notice both of these on desktop and mobile. On desktop it says Command Enter to create a new page. And then on mobile it's a tap area. So I will swap this link real quick. And we can go ahead and swap this screenshot. Direct everyone's attention to this. Alrighty, cool. So yeah, this is a pretty sick idea because it allows you to write without being interrupted by the necessity to go create another page that you want to link, or to remember, I gotta save this page, go create another page, then come back to this page and link it. So it's just saves you a whole bunch of steps to be able to do it right as you're writing. Cool. So Command plus to return to saved. Oh, Command return to saved page. I'm an idiot. This is very important. Yeah, I don't know what else needs to be explained there. You just Command Enter to save. Support external links. Yeah, so this link destination, you could paste in an external link. Maybe we show some indicator when an external link is pasted in here. Globe icon. Yeah, a globe icon or something if you paste a different link. And then also we'll want to stylize external links differently because we want to scare people away from clicking off platform, and we want to keep people on platform. And no, that's not just an evil, terrible thing that I want. It benefits writers, and it makes writers more money for you to stay on here. I'm thinking about the writers. Renaming a page title should update downstream linked instances of that page. Yeah, if you create a page called page 1, and then you link it somewhere, and then you go back and you change the page title to page 2, then wherever you've linked it, it has the old title, not the new one. That's a problem, and we should update them everywhere. Yeah. Eventually we'll have the ability to do multiple titles, which is like a redirect on MediaWiki. And with that, maybe we could preserve old titles as a title option, like as one of the multiple titles. But for now, we should just nuke everything. If you rename it once, it should rename everywhere. But yeah, that's just some additional context. Pages are not removed from a group page list after they're removed from a group. Yeah, groups are a mess. Pages, yeah, so if I remove a page from a group, then they're still on the group page list. User profile page plus tab. So this is what I was getting at. This actually makes it easier to find groups. We want to have a new user profile page that's tab based like Twitter. So your tabs will be bio, which is like a regular page that is just about you. So you can introduce people to all of your writings, whereas this currently is just all of my pages sorted by most recently edited, and I can load more. But this isn't really like an intro to my thinking. It's just what have I recently been working on. So this bio tab will be an intro, and we're going to get to this later, but also in addition to user profile page being redesigned, the group page will also have this structure, and instead of bio, it'll just say about. So a person gets a bio, a group gets an about page. Easy enough. So yeah, that's it. And then the activity feed, it'll just be empty. It'll say coming soon because we got to build the activity feed. Add Google Analytics events. I think some of these are built. We can close it as old. We can just close that just to reduce noise, because we will be tracking data, like what data we want to see over time. So we have got a page called data dashboards, and we should be tracking all of these. Remove from group doesn't work. I think this is a duplicate. Yeah, these two are duplicates. So I'll close the one with less context. Closing as duplicate of group. Remove from group doesn't work. Cool. Forgot password page. User should be able to reset and log in. Yep. This needs designs. I'm going to go through and label these. So has designs, ability to link to other people's page. This also has designs. Hide pledge bar while scrolling down. This is actually going to be so sick. Can I pin this as, yeah, pin issue. This one's a banger. So as you scroll down, we should hide the pledge bar for better reading experience. And then also as you scroll down, this header should animate into a collapsed state. And you'll notice also with the header, there's this, it says like in beta testers, that's the group. So it would, if it's in a group, it would say in group, but if it's not in a group, it would say by user. And that's the ownership model. It's like a page is either owned by a person or it's owned collectively by a group. That's not the actual database model, but it's like the cognitive model. And if I've got edit permission on this page, or if I'm like in charge or whatever, I can click on this and it'll let me change like either back to myself or into a different group that maybe I made a mistake. So yeah, I call that the byline, because it's like, by whom? Is it by the editors or is it by a specific writer, whatever? And the editors in this case is a group. Where were we? So yeah, that's the byline actually. Literally, where were we? We were at 102. So payouts and payments. Oh my God, these are nightmares. They all need designs. I really don't want to do that, but it needs to be done. So payouts is just, I've got money in my account and I want to pay it out to my bank or whatever. And then payments is like setting how much I'm spending. So we'll have a minimum. If you're a non-paying user, we're going to like publicly shame you and your user chip is going to be gray. And basically we're saying, oh, this person isn't paying it forward to other writers. So that's a good social shaming. But yeah, so if the minimum might be like $10 a month or something, but then you can obviously increase it. But yeah, payments, ability to edit pages pages in a group I'm in, pinch horizontally. This is self-explanatory. This is the whole purpose of groups. They're collaboration zones. You can read about groups here on WeWrite. This is actually funny. Groups are not a tool for organizing pages. That's why I removed it from the homepage, because people thought that's what they were for. That's not what they're for, and it's not obvious yet. We're going to wait until it's built correctly to relaunch that feature. If you're curious how to organize your pages, you do it through pages. So maybe make an index page or whatever, and soon we'll have like I said, a user will have a bio page. So that'll be like your master organization tool, which could link to other organization pages. So for example, my book list, it's a list of lists. So it has books to read, books I'm reading, books I've read, but this is just a page and it just links to other pages. And so you could have as many layers of this as you want, but yeah, groups, that's not what they're for. So just trying to avoid that. Groups are collaboration zones. That's what they are. Pinch horizontally to adjust zoom size. Sick. It's possible on the progressive web app if you've installed the app to your home screen. I don't think it's possible on web because the pinch gesture would exit you to tabs. Byline, I mentioned this earlier, this right here. So it says by username or in group name, depending on if it's in a group or if it's not. So that's the byline. The reason it says needs designs is because we need the tap state for when you're opening up the option selector. And it'll probably just be a normal just checklist. It won't be super complex. Search, add users to results. We also need to add groups to results. So this is how we're going to do that. So this is a group called page, weird group name. And this is a user called page, weird username. But both of these, and then if it's a regular page, then it'll have that same byline convention. So it'll say by username or it'll say in group name. Bylines, they keep coming up. Search, add users to results. Cool. Activity feed. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. But it needs designs, so that's on me. Remember my pledge bar interval? Yeah. So if I set my interval by holding down and changing this to $10 a month, that should be persistent everywhere. Disable pledge bar on my own pages. And we shouldn't get rid of it. It should either be disabled or it should be something else, but it shouldn't go away because I don't want it to be a better experience to read my own pages than to read other people's pages. That is a bad incentive. It's an antisocial incentive. Since it's my own page, maybe it shows stats about like how well this page is performing or whatever. And for reading, it'll hide when you scroll down again, like I said earlier. Fix broken account. We gotta fix this person's account. They are null. They have no name. There's a few nulls in here. So the nulls, we should probably pop a banner that says, please fill out your username, and then all will be well. Need to design a banner for all null accounts that says, and let's make this. Needs designs. This is just one account, but like all the rest of the nulls, they need to be fixed too. What you see is what you get, editor. So yeah. These should look the same. So when I click edit, it should look exactly the same or mostly the same. It should at least have the numbers and shouldn't have that layout shift or whatever. Maybe we can style it a little differently as we were editing, but I'm just thinking like Apple Notes, like just what you see is what you get. All right. Remove top users section. Already did that. Wait. No, didn't already do this. Remove top users section after users are added to search. So pending users. So we should, we should remove this section. Overscroll and status bar should inherit the background color. So this right here is a bad example because these have the same background color. In this case, the background color should be black because the setting is black. And this comes up in a million other places, especially on mobile. So that's what that means. Overscroll and status bar should inherit. Add springiness to lines, like on iMessage. There's a slight spring delay. So we could do that and have like between each line, there's a slight scroll delay. And that could just be delightful. Account switcher needs designs. You should be able to switch between accounts. And with this, we need to figure out should not be able to donate to themselves. They could start fudging the numbers or whatever, basically doing money laundering through themselves. We don't want that. Add Apple Pay support to Stripe checkout. I need a screenshot of this. So this work, check QA branch for these flows, grab a screenshot, and add to this issue. It doesn't need designs, it just needs a screenshot. TypeScript rebuild, not sure if this is still needed, but once we bring Asif back on, we will follow up on that. Group pages and tabs. This is a duplicate, similar to... How is this similar? This is a duplicate. Why did I write this? Ability to log in with username only. Surprised this doesn't work. Let's reformat this. Enhancement. Collapse header when title when scrolling down. Not exactly a duplicate, so they're just related. Hide pledge bar while scrolling down and collapse title. Cool. Already showed that. Save payment amount to each page. So obviously if I adjust this amount, it should be saved to that page. That's the whole point. And the default should be 0. That's a crazy default. Remove loading spinner in web previews. Yeah, this is what it looks like when it's opened up from like a web preview, like on Twitter or on iMessage. It just constantly loads. That needs to be fixed. That's a bug. Logged out states. We need this state to entice users to sign up and create an account. So that needs designs. Open graph link preview image. Yeah, this is what the open graph preview link image should look like. Create dev server and add environment. Yeah, so this is more like housekeeping. Like we need to consistently have a development build, because currently I'm just like pulling up random vercels of random branches and stuff. And I think it would be good, I don't know, somebody give me advice on that, I don't know. Ability to switch page privacy after page creation. So currently you're only able to see the privacy permission upon creation, and it's not shown here. So when I click add page, it's shown, but when I'm here in the edit state, it's not shown. So it should be shown. And all of that needs to be redesigned to be pretty. Ability to change username. This needs designs. Whoa. Show backlink. Oh, did I switch? I guess this needs designs too, because it's currently ugly. Ability to change pledge bar styling in light mode. That should be black. Color tokens. This might actually have solved the previous problem, but in the designs, I'm using like neutral alpha 1 through 10, which is pretty similar to Radix. Had this been tokenized like as a neutral alpha 10, this wouldn't have been a problem. And same with the stroke and stuff. Like these strokes should probably be gray, and that would be automatically the case if we were using color tokens. After creating a new page, stay on the newly created page. Pretty self-explanatory. New page. And then it goes to the home page. Why? So it should stay here. Doesn't need designs. Editable page title. But so if you click on the page title, it'll let you edit it. Yay. So has designs. And then italics. We will maybe add italics. We will never ever add bold, because bold will collide with our future plans to do themes, which allows you to edit the font and edit the font weight. Let me just show you why I hate bold. No bold text. If you want to shout, you can use caps lock, or you can go outside and scream into the streets. This is a calm place. Why do we allow caps lock? Because we can't stop it. If I could stop it, I would. But italics are a different story. Italics are cool because sometimes you want to quietly emphasize something. You want to emphasize it. But you can do that quietly with italics. You can't do that with caps lock because then you're screaming. But if you want to really emphasize something without yelling, we'll add italics. This needs designs because how do you trigger it? So maybe we trigger it via, what's it called? Text selection menu. We've got a whole page called text selection menu. Oh, look at that. And it doesn't even have italics yet, so look at us just building this out. Italics. Beautiful. Thanks for watching. That is all of the issues. I will continue like prioritizing things and whatever, assigning tasks to people. I've got some people in my organization, my secret organization, that are helping out. And once we start pumping some money through, hopefully I'll be able to afford to hire back some of those React developers. Speaking of, please support us on Open Collective. This is my dashboard. I don't want that. This right here. So Open Collective /WeWrite-app. And you can become a sponsor, a backer, and eventually we'll be getting rid of this entirely because you could just donate to us on WeWrite once that functionality is supported. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.